Assalamualaikum. My name is Khadijah binti Johari. My meeting number is S54781. My part is overview. A cargo ship is a machine ship that carries cargo, goods and material from one port to another. Cargo ships are usually designed specifically for the task and are equipped with crane and other machinery for loading and unloading goods of all sizes. The two main categories are general and bulk cargo. General cargo is combined in specific load unit with low bulk cargo is carried in any quantity. Product description: sugar is the name for a delicious food derived from beet sugar or sugar cane. For storage of sugar is subject to appropriate temperature and humidity condition, although the maximum storage period is not a barrier factor for transportation. Roast sugar is used in breweries, the yeast industry, and as a food ingredient. Roast sugar is transported as bulk cargo and as a broken cargo for packaging in bags of natural materials such as plastic bags that are not impervious to water vapor and provide protection from contamination. This is an example of a symbolic sugar to care for and prevent damage. Transport is also used in loading and unloading using bulk containers and standard containers subject to compliance with lower limit for the water content of goods, packaging and container flooring. Sugar cargo handling during humid weather such as rain, snow cargo should be protected from moisture because its quality can be reduced by moisture damage that will lead to the formation of syrup mold for poor quality fermentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Vimla Devi and I'm from Govindasamy. My metric number is 56039. Now let's move on to the topic preparation of cargo spaces. Especially let's see what are the preparations should be done before loading sugar into dry bulk carrier. When the master announces that the ship is ready to carry a bulk cargo, he or she must first check the charter party requirements and honor instructions. Therefore, preparing cargo spaces or holes for loading grain like sugar depends on the previous cargo. Firstly, cargo holes must be completely cleaned and dried, and any previous cargo must be removed from frames, beams, girders and other instrumental elements. Second, no loose rust or paint scale should be found in the cargo holes, bulkheads, upper and lower hopper areas, behind hatch cover or on the tank top. Third, leaf and dead insect as well as beetles should not be present. Fourth, bilge cover should be free of cargo residue and have sufficient drain holes. Grain tight but not waterproof bilge cover is required. Fifth, the bilge hole should be free of odors and clear of prior cargo trace. Sixth, the bilge suction system should always be working. The freshwater rinse is the last step in the whole washing process. Additional fresh water should be carried in a handy tank by a ship preparing for a grain load. After all the 6 steps done perfectly, all ships are subject to a survey by an approved independent surveyor prior to loading grain. The surveyor will inspect the hole for cleanness and infestation. He will issue the ship with a certificate to confirm that the holes are clean. Then the process of loading sugar will be begin. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Karisa binti Khalid. Today I want to talk about loading operation stage for sugar cargo. Excessive loading over the allowable limits established in the ship's approved loading manual that cause overstressing. Any stress arising from the alterations must stay within the hull stress limits of the ships. This is to prevent high impact cargo drops and exceeding maximum load limitation on tank top. Next, cargo should not be loaded low against one side of the whole bulkhead and high against the other. The terminal also should keep a detailed record of the tonnage loaded into each hole pour by pour. Increasing in loading rate also should be avoided. Besides, make sure to include all relevant informations and contact informations for both ship and terminal when filling out the ship or shore safety checklist. Lastly, before operation begins, the terminal representative should coordinate with the master and agree on plan. The master should guarantee that the terminal representative receive accurate information. Lastly, the ship requirement may be communicated to loader or unloader operator. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now I, Rishweta Surirao, S55139, will now be presenting the documentation. Bill of lading. A bill of lading is a document that a carrier issues to acknowledge the receipt of cargo for shipping. The significance of a bill of lading stems from the fact that it is a legally binding document that gives the carrier and shipper all of the information they need to process a cargo directly. This means that it can be used in court if necessary, and that all parties concerned will go to considerable lengths to ensure the document's accuracy. It is, in essence, irrefutable confirmation of dispatch. A bill of lading also provides for the separation of tasks, which is an important aspect of a company's internal control framework for preventing theft. Packing list. In international trade, a packing list is a document. It offers information about the shipment to the exporter, international freight forwarder, and eventual consignee, such as how it's packed, the dimensions and weight of each package, and the marks and numbers on the outside of the boxes. The packing list counts the item being shipped, acts as proof of the inland bill of lading, and lists the information needed for the certificate of origin. Certificate of origin. Declaration of origin is a document commonly used in international commercial transactions that certifies that the goods list has met certain criteria to be considered as having originated in a specific country, when the country of origin must be recognized for economic, political, or environmental reasons, such as if import limits, boycotts, or anti-dumping measures are in place. A certificate of origin is frequently required. Certificate of analysis. A certificate of analysis is a quality assurance document that certifies that a regulated product fulfills its product specifications. They frequently contain the actual results of testing conducted as part of a product's quality control for a specific batch. Certificate of analysis are documents issued by quality assurance confirming that a regulated product fulfills its product standard. They frequently include the actual findings of testing conducted as part of a product's quality control for a specific batch. Original Phytosanitary Certificate. The Phytosanitary Certificate is an original document that accompanies the consignment and is provided to the necessary officials upon arrival in the importing country, where the identification of the issuing authority may be sufficiently proved. The Phytosanitary Certificate certifies that domestic plants or plant products have been inspected according to proper processes and are free of quarantine pests, practically free of other injurious pests, and comply with the importing country current phytosanitary standards. That will be all from me. Thank you.
Cargo care. First, transportation for sugar should be clean and dry to ensure the quality of the product is maintained. This is because the transport is not clean or dangerous. It will cause the sugar packaging to be damaged and cause the sugar to come out for the packaging. Before starting sugar intake, the following steps must be taken, and containers to be loaded must be thoroughly cleaned, floor sealing, opening and stop, and the inside must be installed to receive cargo. After the sugar is roasted, the area must be properly cleaned with spray, and it is recommended to clean the floor as much as possible to ensure sugar quality and prevent rust cargo. Second, on their ship, all boat transportation officers should have clean norm and instruction. This is because the need guidance and thorough provision bulk cargo transportation requirement and safety feature of bulk cargo transportation such as liquefaction, heating, hazardous gas and oxygen depletion that will enter an enclosed space. The commercial and rental department are very important in ensuring that cleaning procedures are carried out properly. Accident and lawsuit will arise if the master and phase of the ship are not properly understood and the ship is expected to complete the impossible task. Third is avoid deck wetting. This is because ships are constantly exposed to water. It is difficult to keep the deck dry at all times. Transportation goods using boat truck requires weather protection and spray in general. This is to improve the integrity of the front deck equipment on the bulk carrier to avoid deck moisture, also known as green water load, such as water that flows on the ship deck due to bad weather. The fourth is reinforcing hatch cover. This is to maintain watertight integrity as well as protect cargo from the sea, sun and weather in general. The hatch cover is often open and closed during cargo operation, in port or at anchor, thus it should be in good functioning order. The MC Gregor hatch for safeguard the quality of a product. Strengthen the hatch cover on the front of the vessel at a distance of 0.25 liter, where L is the length of the vessel. The fourth is reinforcing hatch cover. This is because to maintain watertight integrity as well as protect cargo from the sea, sun and weather in general. The hatch cover is often open and closed during cargo operation, in port or at anchor. Thus, it should be in good functioning order. The MC Gregor hatch for safeguard the quality of a product. Strengthen the hatch cover on the front on the vessel at a distance of 0.25 L, where L is the length of the vessel. Thank you.
For the additional information, sugar is a moisture-sensitive cargo that cannot be loaded with other containers such as copra, coffee, tea, and cement. When sugar is moist, it turns to treacle and corrodes. The container still work. The container need to keep clean and dry all the time. Next, sugar absorbs moisture from the outside air and should not be ventilated during transport. Sugar that has been unrefined is transport. The sugar has no influence on the structure of the container, but when it dissolves in water, acids are generated. It can cause corrosion. Next, sugar that has been refined is transport. Refined sugar is always carried in bags, unlike raw sugar. Woven polypropylene is commonly used for the outer bag. Static pressure imposed by the weight of the sugar itself cause pressure compacting, especially when the bags are stacked high. Stickiness and caking of refined sugar can cause by excessive moisture content. This happens near the bag's mouth. It happens if stevedores hooks have damaged the bags. As a result, proper manufacturing practices are followed.